It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in week 16.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 29, Stafford. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 24. They begin the drive with Williams. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Our game here, the second of 3 on this fine Christmas day. Coming up later tonight, the Bucs and Cardinals from Glendale. And then remember, as if your spouse hasn't chided you enough already, more football coming your way tomorrow night. Chargers and Colts on the 26 from Indianapolis. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Albert O, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in L.A. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say this is...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Rams.
Cooper Kupp,
75 yards.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 1st down, Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Wilson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 23. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Open man handler, that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Albert Okwuegbunam. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Play action. Stafford. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
So third down, and defensively, the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. On the return is Williams. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
48 yards rushing for him now on his first 2 carries of the ball game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 23.
Here's Williams to start the drive.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson.
And this one too low.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson.
Got his man. It's Dulcich. And he is going to have a Broncos 1st down as they manage to convert And that'll keep the drive alive.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Troy Hill picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers at that situation, they really become magnified.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Stafford to his #1 guy, Cup, for a Los Angeles first. Well, the Rams at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so
he rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
McManus now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Rams 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A couple of vets, Stafford to Robinson there. First down, Rams.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Go, 14. 14, got it.
Here's Wilson. This pass caught by Hamler. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Wilson on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have the Broncos first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
A huge play there for Denver. 54 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
2nd and goal from the 1. In motion, the tight end.
Williams again. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball to the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal.
The kick by McManus is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get. Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
They find some open field here. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. To throw is Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 14-yard line.
Off the option, here's Williams.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Wilson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down.
The Broncos send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Here's Williams to return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. We are off to the fourth quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Stafford here. And now here is another interception. And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Broncos 31, Rams 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Stay 50, stay 50.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. At about the 32.
14. Good, good.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
14, run it.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Rams 7. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drop.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And the Broncos get there and take him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. On 4th down, Stafford. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Broncos, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12.